I'm Paul, and I'm going to show you how to use the blend modes. First of all, you pick your picture, and I've just selected one at random from the library, and click on Format and Send. That's the middle option, and then you'll find you're in the image buffer, and it's the place where you buff your image up, which is why it's called the image buffer. Anyway, so here we are. Well, first of all, I'm going to add a line of text. And then I'm going to start playing around with that. So here we have it. Here's where it gets interesting over these little fishes. And by the way, you can make these fishes using one of Minetoo's unique painting tools, and it will create interesting fish designs for you very, very quickly and easily. Now, first of all, you've got to, I'm going to change that font just to get something a bit more substantial. I'm going to use the stepper just to reduce it in size, make sure there's no issues with that, and then I'm going to change the colour. It's black. Let's change it, say, to a deep sort of maroony red. Now, let's look at some of these options that come under the heading blend mode on the right hand side of the image buffer control panel, and let's cycle through a couple to see whether we get anything interesting. And straight away, you can see that some of them have possibilities, like this one, for instance, the overlay. That's what it says on the tin, and it changes colour depending on the underlying colour it's laid over. So there you have some interesting effects happening straight away with overlay. And it won't all work for everything, but some will work for whatever you put in, and it will vary depending on what they're designed to do as to what effect you get. So this is a layering option. Two things that tend to work with most things, and we might want to try straight away. The difference, and here you have, you can see the words that are appearing over the fish. They don't really make a lot of sense, but they're actually changing the fish colour. Invert is one I like a lot and tend to use, because it is interesting. Look, here you have the whole word is being altered by the fish underneath coming through, and where yellow here is turned to purple. And what you can do here is to, let's change the format and I'll show you, is to take half the sentence and put it on the image to get one effect. And you see slight legibility issues and interesting. But I think we can just about get away with it because it's easy to read that there are fish underneath. It's implied by the fish elsewhere in the image as well, isn't it? So you can assume they're fish, and because you've got the meaning, here's where it gets, that's got to be interesting, yeah, so you just about get away with that. Let's put a frame around it and make it look a little bit more like an image. Click away the bounding box, and that's what we've got. So around some fonts. Okay, so yeah, I think that's marginally more legible, even though it's encroaching onto gets now. But I think due to the nature of the font, you can actually see what it's meant to say a bit more clearly. And so this is what you get. You know, you can play around with this all day and get all sorts of interesting effects, but I think we'll leave that for now. Another thing you can do is add a little quote. Let's do that. Famous Frank quote, and we'll have a different typeface for that. I think that'll do. We've done quite enough there. And so that's your card. And so you hit save at the bottom here, and away it goes. Thanks for watching.